What's up guys, this is Ty, the Asian Wonder, your online personal trainer. And in this video, I want to talk about a very important concept, and it's a concept about your muscle fiber size. It's very important, and we're going to continue along the same line as the fast twitch and the slow twitch fibers here. And again, up here are the fast twitch speed fibers, and down here are the slow endurance fibers. And I want you guys to understand why muscle fibers grow. The reason why muscle fibers grow, and this is the only reason, guys, it doesn't matter what anybody says, according to my extensive research, right? The reason why muscles grow is to protect the human joints. It's to protect the joints that we have in our human body. That's the only reason why muscles grow. It doesn't grow because you want to look pretty. It doesn't grow because you girls out there want to have hard toned muscles. It's none of that. It doesn't grow because you want to run faster or you want to be stronger. It grows because for protection, either to protect your ass from being eaten by a saber-toothed tiger, or it's to protect the joints in the human body. And that's the reason why muscles grow. And if you guys understand this concept, it's really going to help revolutionize the way that you train other people and the way that you train yourself. And it took me many years to study this, because I read so much stuff and I studied so much stuff and tested so much different training philosophies, but it never caught on to why muscles get stronger and why muscles get bigger. And when I finally understood that it was for protection reasons, that Mother Nature allowed us to have the ability to grow our muscles when needed to suit the environment that we're in and the danger that we're in, then it really revolutionized the way that I train people. And right away I was able to crack 300 pounds on my bench press. I was able to help several athletes bench over 405 pounds, and I helped a handful of athletes that were able to bench over 500 and 600 pounds. And that's not easy, folks. It's not easy. It's rare that you're ever gonna meet a trainer in your life at the gym, at a Gold's Gym, LA Fitness, a 24-hour fitness, that's capable of taking another human being and get them to bench 400 or 500 pounds or squat 500 or 600 pounds naturally, without steroids, without growth hormones or anything. And the only reason why I was able to do this, guys, was I finally understood how muscles grow. The first thing I want to do here, the example here, is that I want you to imagine that this sheet of paper I have in my hand is your muscles, right? As you train, as you lift weights or whatever type of resistance type training that you do for your muscles, what it does is it creates what we call micro tears. It tears up your muscles just like this as you work out. As I do my bicep curls, it'll tear my muscles. Now you may think that, wow, that's not a very good thing there, Asian Wonder. So that's what it looks like. You tear the muscles in your body as you train it. So you're not actually doing your body a favor. So what happens is your body looks at the tear that's happened, and these tears are sometimes referred to as micro tears or micro traumas, or however you want to call it. It tears the muscle, okay? I'm not going to get crazy over the label and what the process is, right? So what happens is when you do this to your body, it goes in and it repairs it so that it's new again, like this. And then the next week when you come back, you train it, it tears the muscles again. And then it renews it and it restores it and rebuilds the muscle and recovers it so that it's new again. It heals it. And then you tear it again. Now eventually your body says, you know what? I'm tired. I'm tired of this guy tearing up his muscles. So what it does is that it'll go in and actually build bigger muscles, right? And that's how it grows. You tear it down, it rebuilds it, and eventually it's more efficient for the body to build the bigger muscle fibers and grow the fibers than it is to keep repairing it, because for some reason you're applying too much stress or resistance to it and it's tearing it. So that's how muscles grow, guys. It grows because if it keeps allowing this to tear up, then what happens is it's going to rip your joints and it's going to tear up your joints, or you get eaten by the saber-toothed tiger. So for protection reasons, it has to grow and grow and grow. Now, obviously, there's a limitation on what it can do. Now, there are some people that can grow their muscles without having to train and without having to tear up their muscles. And these are the people that are taking steroids and growth hormones. And what you do is, when you take steroids and growth hormones, is that it artificially goes in there and it tells the body to grow the muscle fibers before you even tore it up. So that's how it grows. So you see a lot of these guys that are taking drugs at the gym, and they're taking steroids, or they're taking growth hormones, and what it does is it goes in there and it tricks the body into thinking that the muscles need to grow, and it's torn down, it needs to grow, and that's why those muscles and fibers are growing, right? And because of that, and the reason why I don't recommend using the drugs such as steroids and growth hormones to grow your muscles is because once you stop taking it, it doesn't go there anymore. And the other thing too is that it fools the body, and I don't like doing anything that fools the body. Now, if you're competing in professional level sports and semi-professional, such as the Olympics, the Division 1A colleges, and the professional sports world, then you really don't have a choice but to use these drugs and these growth hormones. The reason is because everybody else is doing it, and if you don't use it, you may be genetically gifted, but if you don't use it just like the other guys, then your ass is going to get beaten. Okay, so that's the only time that I would recommend it. But other than that, if you're just trying to look good and you're just competing in high school and the local colleges and you're just a weekend warrior, then I would highly, highly recommend that you eliminate the drugs out of your system. Okay, so because of that, I just wanted you to understand how and why the muscles grow. Now let me draw what it looks like in theory, in microscopic level, okay, and how it affects how you apply that towards the fast speed muscles and the slow endurance muscle fibers. So what it looks like is this. Before you guys start the training, right here, I will show you, this is what it looks like. Pretend that each one of these lines is a muscle fiber, like this. In between these fast muscle fibers, we're going to have the endurance muscle fibers, which are represented in red. We have here a bundle of muscle fibers. We have the fast and the slow twitch fibers together. We have the fast and the slow twitch fibers together here. And if you forget, guys, remember the slow twitch is the endurance, the one that needs lots of blood and lots of oxygen and fat to burn. So those are represented in red, and the blue is the fast twitch or the speed fibers, right? So now after you train these fibers, according to what I've shared with you guys, if you train over a 60% period, 60% of your intensity or your maximum capacity, what happens is the fibers grow in this manner right here, and watch how it looks. Notice now, guys, how whenever you train above 60% of your max or 60% of your intensity level, notice how the blue fibers, which are the fast twitch fibers, and the strength fibers, how much thicker each fiber are now. So notice how the red fibers, which are your endurance fibers, still remain the same. The reason why is because no matter how much you train the endurance fibers, they're always going to remain the same size. The only thing that changes is their internal structure, their mitochondria, which allows it to process fuel more efficiently, so it doesn't need to grow any bigger. It just, the powerhouse inside that processes the fuel just becomes more efficient. So notice how the fast twitch is the one that actually grows. And this is the reason why when people train and they train the wrong muscle fibers and they train at the wrong too low of an intensity level or too many reps, this is the reason why they don't grow their muscles. So if you guys understand how these muscles grow, then you will see that the muscles can be properly trained and you can target it specifically to develop your speed, your strength, and your size in your muscle fibers. So basically, guys, this would be what the muscle fibers looks like in the before stage right here, and this is what it would look like in the after, after you have been training it for a while. And I hope that this gives you a better idea, and it gives you a clear idea of what the muscle fibers looks like inside the human body as you train it and as you try to develop them. Next, I want to cover what the endurance fibers look like as you train it, so that you can see the difference between how training the endurance fibers are completely different from training the strength and speed fibers on top up here. As you can see, guys, this is the before right here of what the fibers look like before you train it, and this is what it looks like afterwards, after you train the endurance fibers or the slow twitch fibers, okay? Nothing changes, guys. The size of the muscle remains the exact same. The size of the fibers remain the same. Nothing changes because the change is not in the physical size of it, but the change occurs internally inside the powerhouses, inside the fuel systems, inside each muscle fiber. And that's the reason why when you guys decide that I want to grow stronger legs or more muscular or more powerful legs, and all you do is just jog or run on the treadmill or just walk, your muscle size will never grow. It's not going to get any stronger. It's not going to do anything simply because you're training the wrong muscle fibers. Make sure that you guys understand this, guys, because I don't want to see you guys wasting time at home. Depending upon what your goals are. If your goals are to lose body fat, then obviously you would train these fibers right here. And then if your goals are to get stronger, to get faster, to have speed and to have size, then you need to train the fast twitch, strength, and speed fibers so that they grow, because those are the only ones in the human body that can grow. Now, keep in mind that there's some type 2A and type 2B fibers that sits in between these two that can grow or adapt one to the other. I really don't care about that because there's not enough of it from my experimental research years to show me, to make me spend time to explain to you guys so that you can use it, because the difference in it is not that different. However, the difference in between the fast and the slow twitch fibers are extremely drastically different and can make drastic differences in what kind of results that you get. And that's the reason why I'm taking time to explain to you guys.